Hello, 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 Foxy Games here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Full Story Playthrough, the Hildibrand Quests. When we last left off with the Gentleman Inspector, we had recovered a blade stolen from an old man, but we were still left with the mystery of who, and a challenge for Hildibrand. So, that being said, let's go ahead and pick up right where we left off and talk to Ellie. Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade is part of an Ishgardian noble's collection, or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It's been purchased by an Uldon collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I'd be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I not to investigate her. And should the duelist strike while I am present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I'm told she's a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I'm also told she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort Tutusi and Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you'd like. Well, sure, you've been agreeable. And, particularly useful, unlike a certain gentleman inspector. Ah, here we are. I had a feeling you couldn't resist the pull of a good story. Since you're here, why don't you choose the Althic lavender to buy? Sure. Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? Uh-oh. It was you? Have you gone mad? That was an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sakes. Or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. He knew that, and yet he... Damn, I thought he did it for the money. You two, he's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for your help, Inspector. At least he's competent. But when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildibrand, don't you think? I try not to think about Hildibrand. We should get going. Lady Dorilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. Well, whoever that was seemed like a proper inspector. Oh, right. There's still no aetheryte in Vesper Bay. I doubt there ever will be, either. And here we are. Oh. I believe you have something to present to Lady Dorilda. Go on, then. Again? As I told the last 20 who came before, if you've come looking for work, you're too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. I literally saved the realm from the Empire. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. I'd love to see whoever you have try. A fragrant variety of lavender, rarely found in the arid lowland regions of Thanalan. Did you really think I would be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you could earn my respect. What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time. Everlasting, enduring, unchanging, like mine. Now get out. Pretty sure you're gonna get old like everybody else, lady. Forgive us, Lady Dorilda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools. I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes? I read the mithril eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. Oh no. Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now, look upon my peerless inspector, interlopers, and despair. Oh, we'll despair all right. Just not for the reason you think. Ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. My lady, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well, or perchance in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable, incompetent... To be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me. The chance to investigate such an intriguing crime is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Briardian, Consulting Inspector. At your service, milady. Conniving Inspector. Consulting Inspector. Rotting flesh and saltpeter. Hildibrand, Manderville, and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you're finished with these wastrels. Wow. Rude. You see, I do not want nor need your help. Briardian is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you. Where have you been, Maria? And where is my vase? There was this strange flying thing, and the vase, I dropped it in the water. I was so... That vase once belonged to the royal house of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect, at which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Not when spoken aloud. I love Ellie. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? Oh, that vase. I picked up the vase in Ul'dah, like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nofika's wells. I want to go and look, but there were scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us. All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Briardian. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there. But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because that's my job, you imbecile. Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away. You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Maria dear, listen. If it gets dangerous, or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help. Understand? You know, with the way this noble bitch talked to her, you'd think she was just some servant girl, but she talks to her daughter that way. Out, out! I have forthcoming appointments with very prestigious guests, and will suffer your presence no longer. I literally kill gods and eat them for breakfast, but sure, whatever. Apparently some rich Lalafels or whatever are more your type. Fucking nobles. Man, Uldans are so out of touch. It's ridiculous. It reminds me of, like, real-world rich people. Alright, let's see what we have here. A flamboyant oaf and a green chicken. Hey, we saw him in that last cutscene last episode. A pox upon that thieving demon bird! He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh? A vase? I know not of what you... Ah, curse this infernal refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. There's something in the water at the man's feet. Can I not? So the people of this land simply toss their refuse into the river. Every step is agony. Oh, it's like the medieval fantasy version of stepping on Legos. How about you, Mr. Brassblade? A vase? Well, anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does it have anything to do with that queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Oh, never mind then. I mean, it might. How about you, little potato? That girl who ran by earlier? Aye, I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it doesn't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. Do I now... Oh wow, you were meant to do that in the exact opposite order. But this quest was also designed before flying, so I guess the logical order you'd go in would be through that way, from north to south, so that makes sense. Let's see what this is. Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Dorilda over... Oh. Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that absconded with my weapon! I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next to the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped on your vase. Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand will think of something. Oh, but I already have, my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. But first we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. Oh god, is this just a theme with Hildibrand's quests? Muddling through the water? Why does this feel so familiar? Yeah, my exact point. How could I have been so careless? Nope, can't click on them. What's with this green chicken? Oh yeah, people who've played the older Final Fantasy games may recognize this guy. His identity will be revealed shortly enough. But you may have an advantage if you played some of the older games. Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid. Let's have a look. All the Sultan's chocobos and all the Sultan's men couldn't put his vase back together again. Well, somebody might. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all. He? Who's he? Oh yeah, we're gonna learn that dumb dance. Oh well. There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase, a man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low, so breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Once, a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Ul'dah, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck, for the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the Gold Court. The brass blades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief who kept muttering the words, "The hammer, the hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does, and I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. Name. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, bid you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most like to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Thanalan. It is there that we shall begin our search. It is the one, the only, Gilgamesh. He has appeared in many Final Fantasy games, and I admit I don't know which one they're referencing in this one, but some of you might know. You know, it's been a while since I've been in Blue Fog. Nashu. If a Doblin became a zombie, would that make it a Zomblin or a Dombi? Okay. It's a dead Doblin. The Doblin's wounds indicated that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did this is still around. Same question. Okay. How about right up here? Remember when we were killing these basilisks to make stew? Those were good times. That goldsmith is not to be trifled with. Indeed. The basilisk's wound indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. A single blow to the head. Impressive. This goldsmith is pretty good. Oh, fuck your fates. An Ahriman too. His handiwork is unmistakable. The corpse is still quite warm. The Doblin, the Basilisk, this Ahriman, all were slain with a hammer, as was the beast over yonder, unless I'm mistaken. That Chimera must be his latest prize, which means he might still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fiber of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance! I'm a Manderville man, doing what only a Manderville can, from the peaks of Kurthis to Thanalan. Manderville man. I cannot avert mine eyes. That is the dance of House Manderville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good woman, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions, I must bequeath to you the Manderville. Oh, do we have to? We have learned the emote Manderville dance. Oh boy. Are you really going to do the Manderville? Ooh, I can't wait. What manner of man can be summoned only through dance? A very strange one. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen Chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. Oh, I suppose if I have to, I'll do this stupid dance. And the reason I'm not... I sound so unthrilled about this is because... my brother and my friends I used to play with love this dance, and I really don't. The hammer's still lodged in its skull. Fancy yourself a Manderville man? You would do what only a Manderville can. Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Manderville man. He comes. Ho ho ho! You have naught to fear from me, not at all. The only accounts I came to settle with were the Chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? But more importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives? Hildibrand! Hilidor Maximilian Manderville! This man is a god. "10 years, Hildibrand. 10 years since you left home, and 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead?" "Son? You are Hildy's father?" "Godbert's the goldsmith's a Manderville man, smithing as only a Manderville can. Oil him up and give him a tan, fit for a Manderville man." "Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand." "This antique vase must be made whole once more for the sake of Miss Maria." "Ha! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement." "Hold your applause until the end. Berigot, guide my hammer." "Look how it sparkles in the twilight! How it radiates elegance! Would you all not agree that it is a work of art?" "You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value." "Nonsense! I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you are paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer?" "Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others, too. Innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist." "I thought you had put away childish dreams. No matter, you'll understand in due time." "No, I will not. I am an inspector, father. I can be naught else." Mr. Godbert, sir. I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildibrand help with the investigation." "We cannot say for certain, can we? Mayhap she will take a liking to this reimagining." That face, though. "You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. Enkidu as well, I should think. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad am I to have met you, Greg. Now, let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received." "Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be traveling there on business once I've finished gathering materials." "Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me. I shall follow anon." I can't really decide what kind of voice to give Godbert. Now, if I was really talented at voice acting, I'd make him sound like Master Roshi, but I don't think I could do that for more than a few seconds. Because he does look like Master Roshi and like Alucard from Hellsing. That was a giant bird, alright. That was somebody's mount. That wasn't a strange coincidence. Godbert looks like Master Roshi and Alucard from Hellsing somehow had a child. Here we go. Well, I hope she's not too upset. Mayhap Miss Maria should be the one to present the vase. I hope she likes it. If every component of an object were to be replaced, could the resulting object be fundamentally considered the same? Philosophers are unsure. Godbert does not care. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Dorilda, not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... Gaudy trash? Lord Manderville, sir, I did not realize you'd arrived. Oh my god, those shorts. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady, it does indeed, especially that exquisite vase over yonder, although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection. Ah, what a relief. I could have been most distressed if you'd said otherwise. We Mandervilles do so take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Ah, but why am I repeating what my son Hildibrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist's threats? Enough expository banter, I say. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildibrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Manderville, the man who took Aelon Quiveron's seat on the Syndicate? It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years, of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Briardian. Oh dear, he's gonna be pissed. I hope I did not speak over much earlier. My wife would describe it as a proclivity to pontificate, but I prefer to think of it as an earnest desire to establish rapport with my fellow man. I could see where Hildibrand gets his means of speaking. I think she likes it. Oh, she's pretending real good, Maria. Come, we have a thief to catch. Let us seek out Inspector Briardian at once. He is not going to be pleased. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Dorilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named Jojumpa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the Observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Dorilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real Treaty Blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You're superfluous. I don't think he knows what that word means. Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. No, he does not. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Ha ha ha! A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in a snowy Curthis. Then I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. Who does that sound like? Someone we just met. Pray forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man. What a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in... a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Ha ha! What reasons indeed. It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. What an idiot. Well... That damnable demon bird continues to elude me, but no longer. Soon I shall reclaim my revenge and weapon both. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk, in accordance with Inspector Briardian's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once. You dumbass. My redoubtable confederate. You are an experienced traveler, are you not? Why don't you lead the way to Curthis? Do you not know the way? You're still talking about the bird. Okay. See you at the observatorium, then. Idiot. Oh, Camp Dragonhead. Here's one of the sellswords. I wonder how Madeleine is doing out here. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice! I take it you are one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade. Clearly you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else... But sir, Oh, bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me to stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will of course summon you, after administering the requisite beating. Ha ha! Good, you're still... Huh? Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief, as are we. Come, Nashu, we too must answer the call of duty. You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my men near the east gates? We're undermanned over there. That sounds like a good idea. Remember, we're looking for a brute in red who wields a halberd. You see the bastard, you come to me. No heroics. We'll take him together, understand? I understand that full well. It's the other guy you need to worry about. You see that just now? No? I don't think my eyes were playing tricks on me, but there's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector, over there, look! What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see. Aha! I see you, demon bird. You'll not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friends. Is aught amiss? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment, I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu, we have lingered here over long. We must egress post-haste. When is it going to click? When is it going to click? Igloos. I didn't notice the igloos or the snowman the last time I was here. Maybe they're new. There is not out of the ordinary here, either. No luck, We have scoured every ilm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildibrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he is waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture out into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By the 12. Is that the selfsame spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? Yes, that is Nail Van Darnas's gun lance. It was buried in the snow. Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should worse ever come to worse. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. Oh, Gilgamesh. Come now, how hard can it be to find a large man dressed in red in Kurthus? Apparently really hard for all of you idiots, because you plainly saw him too. I guess her back might have been turned. I don't know. And of course, my character says nothing. Probably just astonished at the stupidity. Cool, it's cold out here. It's Kurthus. Take your post, my good woman, and entrust your safety to me. Inspector Hildibrand is ready for battle. Yeah, it's probably what you said last time, too. You blasted yourself up to the Red Moon. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the selfsame creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? He's an idiot too. I think we're all idiots. Myself included. Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other respects it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musket barrel. 'Twas one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, oh, how I yearn to reclaim it, the strongest of spears. Even he's not that stupid. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears! I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Ugh. Now you call me Shirley? Oh, I love the airplane reference. No matter. Give it to me! Give it to me! This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. Then we are at an impasse. No one wants to intervene, huh? I can't believe what I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man, who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him. A confession to what? I've done naught wrong. Bah, you're all beyond reason. Ah! Yes, my plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't, so let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Finally, some recognition around here. Which way did he go, Foxy? Did you see? Yes, they literally followed the road. His name isn't really Greg, is it? Lest you find my advice unsporting, I remind you that our duty supersedes any misbegotten notions of honor you may possess. Oh, no, believe me, I'm perfectly fine beating the shit out of everyone with many, many friends at my side. I mean, we did it for all the primals. Oh, Hildibrand.
Shoo, Miss Ellie. Ah, my good woman, it is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you.
Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost.
Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal intervention. At the last I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best me, and you may have the spear. Fail, and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I'll even extend them to your allies. Aye, I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage. For Gilgamesh, it is embiggening time! I guess it's time for the battle on the big bridge. Do not worry about me, my friend. I shall extricate myself in due time. Good for you. Well, let's go fight Gilgamesh. Let's go claim that gun halberd. Oh, I suppose I'll main tank. This fight really isn't much of anything. This chat, though. I actually have not played as a paladin in a while. Full disclosure, this episode is recorded several weeks after the first one. Oh yeah, Gilgamesh is going to start turning people into toads, and they need to run away from Enkidu, who is trying to eat them. Looks like our fellow tank is also a paladin.
I admit it. Fighting all later is just too much for me. Not half my line. Empathy. What? I've been had. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious. I just remembered something.
Watch out for the bomb. And Gilgamesh is going to run. Definitely not the great warrior he makes himself out to be. And you know what? If these people want to pull these things, that's up to them, to be honest. This battle is comic relief.
I will pound you, silly! Aha!
Oh, I just got minied. That's okay, though. Come here. Come here. He's just rocket punching people. Well, the other tank has him. That's fine, honestly. I did get minied, so... Theoretically, there should be a tank swap. It really doesn't matter, though. Oh, now I'm a toad. Oh yeah, he's painted more chickens, by the way. Oh, a toad again. Shit. Here we go. Oh, I'm minied. I thought I was toaded again. That would have been annoying.
I won't go down so easy.
Fucking toad! I have been toaded like 3 times. But that doesn't matter. Gilgamesh is about to go down. Down he goes.
Well then. That's enough of a beating for now.
Oh yeah, and he totally went back on his terms to give us the lance. What a perfect end. My fellow tank gets the commend. Well, you gotta say, he and Hildibrand are a match made in heaven. They're both idiots. Speaking of Hildibrand. Oh, why, Greg? Why? Maybe because you never got his name right. Are you dead again, Inspector? Nah. How many swords did he drop while... Wait, doesn't that one there look just like Elazar's sword? But even to my untrained eye, this is obviously a counterfeit blade. And so is this one. And this one. What in the world? Alone, yet still armed. In any case, he seems satisfied with the halberd. We can proceed with the delivery. I mean, we can. If you wish to be present, I won't object. Meet me in Vesper Bay. Okay, it's all the same dialogue. Back to Vesper Bay, then. Let's bring this case to a close. Everyone's here, except Hildibrand. Where the hell is the oaf? There he is. Ah, 'tis more magnificent than I imagined. 'Twill make a fine addition to my collection. Not even a word of thanks. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. Oh, well, thank you. You're not such a stuck-up prick after all. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Brydian. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where is my treaty blade? But didn't we just give you the treaty blade? Uh-oh. Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Dear God, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring. Oh God, that face. If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did? Now she was falling asleep. She's adorable. Oh, it's in his head. Except his head's not quite so thick. I believe this is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Brydian. Piss off. 400 years have I slept. 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Very well. I, and I alone, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon! How dare you all laugh at a time like this after allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen? And you, Maria! Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro. A pair of gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy. Not bad at all. You are indeed a Manderville man. Mark my face, O phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the The fiend dares lay claim to the fair maiden's virtue, as seeds of jealousy quicken within an inspector's soul. Can true love bloom on this battlefield? Will this Manderville man find his Manderville wife? Hildibrand will return in a case of indecency. Hey, what's with the goggles those men were wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair. I guess we'll find out next time.